What is a half step and a whole step? Whole step. Any note that you play, a note next to it would be a half step. The note next to it would be a whole step from the one you just played when you first started, which I played A flat. So a whole step from there would be skipping a note and playing that note. That would be the whole step to this note, A flat. Next note, F. A whole step above, going this way is above on the keyboard, going this way is down. A whole step above F would be what? If you would skip the very next note, which would be the black note, G flat, it would be the very next note, because you're skipping that note. And so that would be the whole step above F. F. And a whole step above F would be G, because you skipped a note. A half step would be what then? Right, the very next note going up. Or if you said going down, it would be the very next note to where you started at, which was G. A whole step above, going that way above, would be skipping a note and playing the very next note. That's a whole step. A half step going back down, half step would be the very next note going down that direction, would be that. If I played the B and I wanted a whole step below, I would skip the very next note going down that direction, and that would be a whole step to the note I said to play it from, B. Oh, for you all who don't know what a sharp and flat is, it's very simple. There's only A, B, C, D, E, F, G. And it starts all over again at fourth letters. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Sharp, if you put a pin in a balloon and it goes up, sharp means going up. The very next note will be a sharp. It's A would be my note I started with. It's sharp going that direction would be B flat or A sharp. That's the crazy thing about music. I asked a teacher, I only had like book 1, book 2 experience, but I asked a teacher about that. She just laughed. I don't know, Ezra, that's just the way it is. But I asked why in the world they got a note with 2 names to it. But anyhow, how come they couldn't have one and be done with it? But anyhow, that's the way it is. So if this is A, the very next note going up would be A sharp, because they're going up that direction. It is also called B flat, because if I start here on B, then the very next note going down, flat, tire goes down, going down the keyboard is that direction, so going down, that's a B. The very next, I always think next when you're doing sharps and flats. Next, the very next note going down would be B flat, because this is B, and now I'm flatting that rascal, so that note is called B flat. Your headquarter notes are these notes here. Secondary, the flats and sharps would be basically the black notes here. So G sharp going up would be the very next note. That would be G sharp. This is G. Going up, the very next note. Next is your key word. G sharp. Going down, if I start with A and going down that direction, then that very next note would be called A flat. So it's the very next note going down in a flat position, like I said before. Flat tar goes down, so going down the keyboard is that direction. Going up, remember, going this way. So you call it sharps going that way, flats going this way. Depends on where you play. It don't matter what note you play. It's the same law. So learning keyboard is really easy because it repeats itself, basically. Like I said, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. A starts again all over again. Different tone, but it's still the A. A flat, different tone up here, but it's still the A flat, just different tone. In the same tone family, but higher pitch. So A flat here, A flat here. A C, two black notes, note right by it, and always C. Every time. I don't care if the pipe organ, keyboard, a grand piano, or a cowboy saloon upright in a corner piano. The bottom line is the notes are always same on any keyboard. I don't care if you play an accordion. A C will always be a C. A D flat will always be a D flat. A D will always be a D. Any keyboard. Can you play a pipe organ since you play piano? Yeah, you gotta learn your foot pedals, you know. But once you learn that and learn what sounds you like by pushing those buttons, keyboard itself is universal. It's the same. I don't care what kind of style the keyboard is. Like I said, accordion, organ, piano, electric piano, keys are always the same. Always the same. So after so long, you get used to it. It's the same thing. Alright, so that's your lesson. And remember, whole step, skip a note, going up or going back. If you start on G, going down, that's the whole step to G, because you skip a note. Start on A flat, start on a G flat, in other words, same way. Whole step going up, skip that note. Going down, skip that note. That's the whole step from that note. Regardless of where you start, it's the same rule. Half, sharps and flat. Remember, sharps going up. If I start here, the very end be that. So it take on its name. G sharp, because I'm going up. If I'm going down, A flat would be, it take on its name, because the very next note going that direction, flat. Or going next direction, A, that would be A sharp. If I start here, I have a clear blue sky.